Okay, so now we're on the Pont, and this is actually the oldest metal bridge in Paris. And so this was built by, or commissioned by Napoleon, and it's the original Lovelock Bridge. So the story goes that it's actually a Serbian tale of love, but nobody really knows that. What they do know is that in 2008, Sarah Jessica Parker, playing Carrie Bradshaw, was on this bridge with Big, who finally declares his love for her and says, I messed up, come back to America, let's get married, spend the rest of our lives together. So she believes him, and they happily kiss, and they spend the rest of their life together, so we think. But anyway, shortly after that is when all of these locks started to appear, and this was the bridge where everybody put the locks. But nowadays you can see that there's like a plexiglass on here because the locks were so heavy. They were like over 45 tons worth of locks, and the bridge was actually becoming unsettled and starting to sink, starting to jeopardize the structure. And this is considered a national historic landmark in France. So they had to save the bridge. So they got rid of the fence that people could put the locks on, and instead they put up this glass that people can't do that, but as you can see, they still are doing that. But then from here they moved over to the Pont Neuf, and that's where they started to do the love locks there as well, until they again put up some barriers to stop people from doing that. This bridge is actually really interesting because it connects the Louvre on this side and the French Academy on this side. The French Academy is really an interesting story. So there's a group of men there. There's a number of different offices that are in that building, but the one that I think is the most interesting is the language office. And the men there, they're called the Immortals. So it's a really funny name. When I think of Immortals, I think of like an Anne Rice novel, and that they all have like vampire fangs and black capes and stuff. It's not true. These Immortals are 40 men that decide on the French language, how to preserve and enhance the French language. Every year they review new words that are going to be added to the dictionary, and then they take English words or words from other countries, and they figure out how it is that they could change them into a French word to make it something more usable and to build the French language. There's a couple of exceptions though. There's some things that haven't quite worked, and they've kind of taken on the English name. One example is weekend. They couldn't figure out an alternative to weekend, so now it is okay in France to say le weekend. So you have to remember that with the French language there's a masculine and a feminine. Weekend became masculine, I'm not sure why, but it starts with an L-E. Another example that's really funny is iPhone. Well, it's a brand, so they couldn't really change it, so it's the iPhone. But not all Apple products are masculine, because if you buy an iPad, it's la, so that's kind of cute. So the language is really interesting, and they decide each year what's going to be added to the dictionary. It's really neat. Just in case you guys want to hit up a museum and you've already been to the Louvre, because one of the top things to do in Paris is to visit a museum. The Louvre is going to take you all day, but you can easily go to Musée d'Orsay right across the way here. Musée d'Orsay used to be a train station, so it's a really, really cool building. On the outside you'll see the names of all the stops that are throughout France, so that's cool. I recommend you watch the movie Hugo. It's really cute, and it kind of shows the train station when it was actually a functioning train station. It's a great museum. It's filled with all the impressionists, all the really cool people that you want to see, the loving people, I like to call them. You've got Rodin, Degas, Picasso, Monet, Manet, just all the good ones. You're going to see them there, Van Gogh. It's a really approachable museum. You could do it in like 2 to 3 hours, and you're golden. You've seen it all. It's not like the Louvre where it's going to take you all day. So it definitely is a nice alternative if you're with somebody that's not so into museums, but you want to catch a museum while you're here. Also, I wanted to be sure to point out to you that behind us, you can see that really L'Île de Cité is an island. So we're going to go ahead and get moving, but we're going to talk a little bit more about this beautiful Seine River and this beautiful city of Paris, okay? So let's get going.